What's going on, Pixel Hackers? Christian Lovrecich from PixlFeed here. And in this video, we're going to talk about if you should hire a freelancer or an agency to run your Facebook ads. But before we get started, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right in. So, people ask me all the time, hey, Christian, should I hire a freelancer? Should I hire an agency? I don't know what to do. Well, the answer is that it really depends on what stage of your business you're at. Hiring a freelancer is definitely its pros, just like an agency definitely has its pros. I actually want to break this down into 3 categories to make it a little bit easier for you guys to decide which route it's the best for you to go with. So number 1, I'm gonna do like a little board here of pros and cons and break it down for you guys. So let's say freelancers, right? And here's where most people miss the point. They go straight to agency. Well, there's different types of agencies, right? We have what we call a boutique agency and an advertising agency. So you guys are probably asking yourselves, well, what does that mean right here? Well, a freelancer is exactly that, a freelancer. Somebody that you hire that's an expert in a certain platform, like let's say Facebook ads. All right, so when I started taking clients, I was a freelancer, right? But my expertise was Facebook ads, and that's all I did. That's still all I do personally to this day. Facebook ads is my passion. That's what I'm expert in. That's what I concentrate on, okay? A boutique agency is what I currently have, which is a very, very small, tight agency with a few people that work with me that specialize on certain things. We keep it small because we all love what we do. We're very passionate about what we do, and we don't want to grow and let it get out of hand where you have, one junior media buyer handling 20 accounts, 25 accounts. That's when stuff starts to get out of hand. So a boutique agency, it's going to be that, a tight group of people that work as an agency, and it could be 5 people, it could be 8 people, something like that. You know what I mean? And then an advertising agency, it's going to be your behemoth. It's going to be your massive agency. Usually these type of agencies are the ones that handle, Fortune 50 type of businesses, international businesses that have budgets to just drop and spend no matter what. Okay? So by me giving you this information already, you should already have an idea of where to go. But let's say let me go through the stage of each business to tell you where you should go. So if you are just starting out and you're a local business or you an e-commerce business, you just started your store and you have no patience and you want to hire an agency, I'm going to tell you to stop right there. Even a freelancer, I will tell you to stop right there. Okay? Before you even consider one of these 3 choices, you need to know how this works. So what I would highly recommend, if you're starting out a small business, e-com store, or local business, I suggest you either play every single video when it comes to my Facebook marketing on this channel right here. I have a playlist that goes from 1 to whenever, and you will learn everything about Facebook ads if that's the platform you want to go with. Or you can go out there and buy some course for $14.97 that's literally going to give you the same information that's on this channel. And don't say I didn't warn you, okay? And I want you to go and run some ads for your business, whether it's local or a store, even if it's just $500. I want you to go in there and run those ads, okay? You're watching this because it's Facebook, right? So I want you to understand how Facebook ads work, at least the basics, because guess what? If you're gonna hire a freelancer or even a boutique agency, how are you gonna know if they know what they're doing if you don't even know how the platform works, right? You gotta be able to talk to them for them to let you know that they know what they're doing. Yeah, reviews are good and all that, so it's great, but you gotta have that basic knowledge. Okay, so let's go over the pros of freelancers. Pros of freelancers. They're passionate about what they do. They're passionate about their craft, right? They're gonna be able to be on top of your account 24/7. They're watching every single number. If they know what they're doing, they're gonna pour their heart and soul into it, just like I do with my accounts, right? Nobody else is helping them. So what are the cons there? The cons are gonna be that what if something happens to your freelancer? God forbid they get into a car accident. What happens to your account? Your account's just gonna keep running on its own. Nobody's watching it. You know, there could be rules on the account, but you never know. And God forbid that ever happens. I don't wish that upon anybody, but that's one thing to consider, okay? Freelancers, they only have so much time in their hands, so they can only handle so many clients. Depending on the type of freelancer, are they the type of freelancer that are happy with just 3 clients and that's it? Or are we talking about a freelancer that's, you know, trying to grow, and then it's taking every single client that they can get to try to grow as fast as they can, no matter what, and then they're neglecting your account. So it's a balance that's going on in here, because guess what? If they're a good freelancer and they know what they're doing, you know, just like I started, they're gonna move up to a boutique agency at one point. So they're gonna have to hire somebody else at one point, okay? So with a regular freelancer, you're gonna pay just a little bit less that you will pay with a boutique agency, okay? So with a boutique agency, you're going to pay a little bit more, but guess what? There's always someone who is watching your ad account 24/7, because there's a few people involved in the process that watch the account. So now you're not only depending on one person to watch your ad account or responsible for whatever happens to the account, whether it's good or bad, all right? Now you have a couple of people that are in charge of your account. Maybe they're brainstorming different ideas and stuff like that, right? You know, a freelancer, if they're doing your creative, how long is it going to take for them to get your creative back? Is it going to take a day? Is it going to take 2 weeks? Well, I can assure you a boutique agency has a process down on how to get those creatives done and streamlined and as quick as possible, okay? So that's a benefit of a boutique agency. Now you're going to pay a little bit more, but now they're putting a whole strategy, and there's an account manager that's on top of your account that you deal with on a daily basis. Stuff gets done a lot faster because, once again, we have systems and processes in place to handle all the accounts. And, you know, we have a team where we brainstorm the best ideas possible. We can come up with different angles and all that good stuff and put it to work. So anything that needs to be done in the account gets done a lot quicker, with the same amount of expertise, because we're all on the same level of knowledge when it comes to that. And I hope if you're an owner of a boutique agency, if you're watching this, I hope that your whole team has the same knowledge of you that you do, or even better. Okay, so that's a boutique agency. This is for somebody who has a small, mid-sized business. You're doing, you know, $1 million or $2 million, or even a little bit more a year in sales. This is for somebody who's starting out. Okay, somebody who's starting out. If you're doing less than $1 million in sales a year, right? If you haven't broke that, even if you're just doing like, I don't know, 30,000, 40, 80, 100,000, 100,000, yeah, that's close to $1 million. I will go with freelancers. Now, advertising agencies. These are the behemoth agencies out there. When you think of advertising agency, like, you know, Don Draper for Mad Men, or, you know, VaynerMedia, stuff like that. These are the agencies that handle massive accounts. I'm talking about like Coca-Cola, Pepsi. So if you work for that type of company and you have that type of budget, guess what? That's probably who you're going to end up hiring, because at that point they have a whole team that can create everything, and they're used to moving slow through all that red tape that big corporations have, where one decision has to be made through 10 other people. Boutique agencies, we don't have the patience for that. We want to move fast and we want to get you results. These are the people that, like, okay, we'll have 3,000 meetings in one day just to decide if we should up the budget by 20% today. Another thing about about advertising agencies that are that big, guess what? One junior media buyer is probably handling about 25 to 30 accounts on their own. Do you think that somebody who's handling 25 to 30 accounts on their own has the time, the heart and passion to care about, you know, what's going on in all of them, or knowing what's going on in all of them at all times? Boutique agency, guess what? Yeah, I have a boutique agency with a few team players of mine, but guess who wakes up in the morning, first thing in the morning, and checks every single Facebook ad account, puts a plan together, gets into a meeting with my junior media buyer, and we put it into action. That's what we do here. Big agency like that is like, hey, we need to spend $100,000 this month. How do we do that? I don't care what the results are. Well, I'm not saying that I don't care about the results, but it's usually big budgets that, you know, they need to spend X amount of money. So the heart and soul per ad account, it's not going to be there. I mean, a pro about a huge advertising agency is that they might, you know, offer every single platform. They might have creative in-house, like their own studio where they can shoot creatives according to exactly, they can write the script, they can shoot the creative and all that. Boutique agency, we don't shoot it in ourselves in the studio. We use different partners and vendors that do it. But again, we have a system and process in place where we can send the product, get it done according to what the client is looking for or according to what we want, and we get it done. This is like big budget stuff. Think of like real infomercials that you would see on like QVC and stuff like that, or a real TV commercial, like if you were going to run it on like Hulu or something like that. So just to conclude this video, if you're starting out, do it yourself. Do yourself a favor spending at least $500 on ads yourself so you know how Facebook works. 2, if you're already getting sales, if you're doing at least 6 figures in sales a year, and you want to scale to the next level, it's time to bring in a boutique agency. It's time to run your business. It's time for you to step back and let the pros, the passionate pros, handle it. Now, if this boutique agency grows it to a massive level and for some reason they can't handle it anymore because you want to come in and do TV and all this stuff and hire like a whole board of directors and all that, and it becomes too much, we probably want to move to the advertising agency. But from experience, as a boutique agency, we can scale pretty high, and it takes a long time to get to this level. But I'm not saying that you cannot get to Coca-Cola level, because anybody can if you put the work into it. So if you're trying to decide, I hope this video helps. If you're looking to learn more about Facebook ads or digital marketing in general, make sure to check out one of the videos right above me, and I will see you guys in the next video.